Did you know that as a Filipino worker, you may qualify for Canadian Permanent Residency, PR, in Ontario even if you work in lower skilled jobs? Yes, you heard that right. Many Filipinos dream of living and working in Canada, and now there's a faster way to achieve PR status through the Ontario Employer Job Offer In-Demand Skills stream. This program is perfect for those who have job offers in Tier 4 and Tier 5 occupations, formerly NOC, C and D, which include jobs in manufacturing, warehousing, retail, and other essential industries. What makes this program special? You only need 9 months of cumulative full-time work experience in Ontario to qualify. Not 1 full year like other PR programs, no high education requirements, you just need a high school diploma or its equivalent. The required English or French level is only CLB 4, which is lower than other immigration programs. If you're already working in Ontario in an eligible occupation, this could be your chance to secure your future in Canada. Make sure you watch until the end because I will also explain how to fill up the application form so you don't miss any important details. Who is this for? This is especially relevant for Filipinos currently working in Canada under a valid work permit who want to transition to PR. Filipinos in the Philippines looking for opportunities to work in Canada and eventually apply for PR. Filipinos in other countries who are considering migrating to Canada through job offers. If any of these sound like you, keep watching because I will explain everything in detail. Understanding the Ontario Employer Job Offer In-Demand Skills stream. The Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program, OINP, introduced this stream to address labour shortages. Many industries in Canada, especially in Ontario, are in desperate need of workers for lower skilled jobs, and this program provides a pathway for Filipinos and other foreign workers to obtain PR. Basic eligibility criteria. Job offer. You must have a valid, full-time, permanent job offer from an employer in Ontario in an eligible Tier 4 or Tier 5 occupation. Work experience. You must have at least 9 months of full-time work experience in Ontario in the same occupation as your job offer. Wage requirement. Your salary must meet the median wage level for that occupation in Ontario. Education. You must have at least a Canadian high school diploma or an equivalent diploma from the Philippines or another country with an Educational Credential Assessment, ECA. Language requirement. You must have a minimum of CLB 4 in English or French, which is very achievable for many Filipinos. Eligible jobs for Filipinos. This program includes many jobs that Filipinos commonly work in, such as general labourers in warehouses and manufacturing, food processing and butchery jobs, machine operators, including in plastic processing shippers, receivers and logistics workers, industrial sewing machine operators, home support workers and nurse aides, for those not eligible for caregiver programs. If you are working in these types of jobs in Ontario, or if you are in the Philippines and can secure a job offer, this could be your pathway to Canadian PR. How Filipinos can apply. Here's a simplified step-by-step guide. 1. Get a valid job offer from an Ontario employer in an eligible occupation. 2. Work for at least 9 months full-time or part-time equivalent in the same job. 3. Ensure your salary meets the median wage level for your job in Ontario. 4. Pass an English or French test with at least CLB 4. 5. If your education is from the Philippines, obtain an Educational Credential Assessment, ECA. 6. Submit your expression of interest, EOI, through Ontario's online system. 7. Receive an invitation to apply, ITA, and submit your complete PR application. Need help understanding this pathway? If you have any questions, drop a comment below. I will do my best to answer and guide you. Also, share this video so more Filipinos can learn about this opportunity. Let's help each other out. How to fill up the application form. Step 1. Gather required documents. Valid job offer and labour market impact assessment LMIA, unless exempt, passport valid for the duration of your stay, digital passport size photo meeting, IRCC specifications, proof of qualifications, certificates, diplomas or experience letters, police clearance certificate if applicable, medical exam for some occupations like healthcare or childcare, proof of financial support if required. Step 2. Open the form IMM 1295 in Adobe Acrobat Reader. Do not fill it in your browser. It must be opened with Adobe Acrobat Reader to validate the form correctly. Click Enable JavaScript if prompted. Step 3. Complete the Personal Information section UCI, Unique Client Identifier. If you have applied before, enter your UCI number from previous permits. If this is your first time applying, leave it blank. Full name and personal details. Enter your name exactly as shown on your passport. Place of birth and citizenship. Enter your country of birth and current country of residence. Contact details. Provide a valid email. Most IRCC updates will come here. Step 4. Work permit details. Type of application. Select work permit. Choose temporary foreign worker program. TFWP. If your employer has an LMIA, choose International Mobility Program, IMP. If you are LMIA exempt, job title and employer information, enter your job title, TEER code, employer's details, salary, and employment duration. Step 5, background questions and declaration section. Answer yes or no to security and medical questions. If you answer yes, provide an explanation, type the date, and sign digitally if submitting online. Step 6, validate and submit. Click the validate button at the bottom of the form. Validated forms have barcodes. Make sure your form is complete before submitting. Pay the work permit fee, typically $155 CAD, and biometrics fee, $85 CAD if required. Step 7, biometrics and final submission. If required, schedule a biometrics appointment at a Visa Application Center, VAC. Monitor your IRCC online account for updates after submission. Final thoughts. Canada continues to open doors for Filipinos looking for better opportunities. If you meet the requirements and take the right steps, you could be on your way to PR in just a few months. Comment below and don't be shy to ask me questions. It's free. I am not a consultant, but I can help you start your journey to Canadian living or at least guide you through the application process. Maraming salamat po. Best of luck on your journey to Canadian PR.
Canadians are justifiably proud of our immigration system. It has made our economy the envy of the world. It's how we've built strong, diverse communities. It's how we've demonstrated that differences can and must be a source of strength, not a source of weakness for communities and society. Immigration is vital to our future. And as a federal government, we have to make sure that that pride, that faith in immigration is not undermined. We've been through a hard time these past few years. COVID stopped everything. When we started to emerge from it, workers were in short supply, things we needed weren't going to market, and prices started going up. So we acted. We made sure that our businesses had workers. Our economy got moving again, and we actually experienced the fastest jobs recovery after the pandemic in the G7. Now, it is time to make the adjustments to stabilize the immigration system that we need and get it working right for Canadians for right now. Today, we're announcing that we will reduce the number of immigrants we bring in over the next 3 years, which will result in a pause in the population growth over the next 2 years. Aujourd'hui, on annonce qu'on réduira le nombre d'immigrants qu'on accueille au cours des 3 prochaines années, ce qui entraînera une pause dans la croissance de la population au cours des 2 prochaines années. This builds on our previously announced measures to cap international student permits and reform the temporary foreign worker program, all of which we are implementing with a single aim: stabilize our population growth to give all levels of government time to catch up, time to make the necessary investments in health care, in housing, in social services to accommodate more people in the future. With the plan we're announcing today, along with previously announced measures, we're making our immigration system work better. Les mesures qu'on a déjà mises en place font effet, et ce nouveau plan d'immigration va faire une différence significative.
That means that we will not have to build an additional 670,000 housing units by that time. This is significant. Again, some structural aspects to this plan as well is the need to focus on people that are already here. It means that according and consistent with our plan, over 40% of permanent residents will come from the temporary residents that are already in Canada. These people are a young labor pool, they're skilled, they're here, they've begun their process of integration, and it doesn't place the additional demands on the housing, healthcare, and social services that we see with someone that comes directly from another country. The federal government has an understanding of what those needs are. It is a sophisticated one, but it isn't the only voice in this, and provinces have a responsibility to come to us and tell us what those needs are.
The immigration minister admitted in the fall.
Did we take too long to adjust? I think there's some responsibility there.
Though immigration lawyers warn that the system is so overloaded that the new plan hinges on more than 2 million people already in Canada leaving or changing status over the next 2 years.
we've got this huge influx of people on Canadian soil expecting permanent residence who won't get it. And so for that reason, the number one question is, how can I stay here?
Among those asking this question, international students who are facing an intake cap that's shrinking by 10%. Work permit requirements are also becoming stricter, including for temporary foreign workers. And Canada is lowering its admissions targets for refugees and protected persons. As a result of these changes, Canada's population is on track to decrease marginally both this year and next.